Hey Wild Ones, I'm Emma Louise Dyson and you're watching The Wild and Untamed Way, and today I'm going to be sharing with you some of my favourite autumn magic essentials. Think crystals, herbs and tools that are going to help you to really align with the powerful transformative energies of this season. So whether you're deep into your spiritual practice or you're just beginning to walk this path, these essentials will support you as you connect to the earth cycles and your own inner magic. Autumn is a sacred time of transformation. It mirrors the cycles of life and death, of release and renewal that we witness when we look out into nature. As witches and spiritual practitioners, we're not just observing these changes though, we're embodying them. The earth begins to quiet, and so too do we. This is a season that invites us to slow down, to reflect, and to let go of anything that no longer aligns with our spiritual path. Crystals are very powerful allies in this process, but they're more than just tools. They're ancient beings holding the energy of the earth, connected deeply with the cycles of nature. In my shamanic witchcraft practice, I often journey with these stones, asking them to reveal their medicine and to guide me through the transitions of the season. So let me share some of these stones with you and how you can work with their energy more intentionally during this time. First of all, Smoky Quartz. Smoky Quartz is the stone of release and transmutation. And in autumn, just as the trees let go of their leaves, we too must surrender what no longer serves us. This crystal doesn't just absorb negative energy, it transmutes it, turning what's heavy into something much lighter and something more usable. As you meditate or you journey with Smoky Quartz, I want you to ask it to help you to let go of the energetic debris that you've been carrying with you and to return it to the earth for renewal. Next up, we've got Carnelian. Carnelian is the stone of passion and fire. And in autumn, the world around us begins to draw inward. And we too are called to focus our energy inward as well, to reflect, to slow down, to nurture the creative fire that burns within us. And Carnelian's energy is perfect for this kind of inward season because it helps us to ignite the passion that we need to focus on creative projects or ideas that have been kind of simmering throughout the year. In my shamanic witchcraft journeys, Carnelian helps to connect me to the spirit of the fire itself. It reminds me that even as the days grow colder, the inner flame continues to burn bright. So as you work with Carnelian, allow it to stoke the fire of your creativity, whether that is through art or writing or manifesting new ideas. This is a great time to nurture that inner flame, to let it guide you as the world outside slows down and we kind of cozy up in front of the fire at home. Finally, we have got Citrine. Beautiful citrine. So autumn, it's also a time of reflection and abundance. What have you manifested already throughout the year? Ask yourself, what seeds have you planted and what are you now harvesting? And citrine also carries the energy of the sun, the giver of life. And although we don't see it that much in the autumn, certainly here in the UK, it is still there shining, right? It is still there giving us life. So in my shamanic witchcraft practice, I journey with citrine, and I love that it can connect me with the energy of abundance and gratitude. And it reminds us to celebrate the harvest, both externally and internally, to express gratitude for what we've cultivated. So as you work with citrine, focus on your own inner harvest. What have you brought into fruition this year? And how can you continue to nurture that abundance even as the world starts to go a little darker? So there we go, folks. These three stones, Smoky Quartz, Carnelian, and Citrine, they're not just crystals of the season, though. They are our spiritual companions. They're guides, and they guide us through the energy of release and transformation and abundance. So when you work with them, do so with intention, speak to them, ask them for guidance, and allow their ancient wisdom to really support your journey through this sacred time. So now we've explored crystals, let's move on to some different herbs that you can work with as well. But before we do so, if you are finding this content helpful, if this is resonating with you, make sure you hit that like button and that subscribe button and subscribe to my channel. That way you're going to stay connected to all of the upcoming insights on shamanic witchcraft, seasonal practices, and also deepening your connection with Mother Earth. Your support helps me more than you will ever know. So thank you so much for those of you that comment and like and follow. It really means the world to me. So, in my shamanic witchcraft practice, I often work with herbs, but not just as physical tools, as spiritual allies. And herbs carry the ancient wisdom of the earth, and they help us to connect with the cycles of the earth right now in autumn, the cycles of death and rebirth. And they can also offer us protection, and they can support us as we navigate these transitions. So let's start with one of my favorite herbs in the world, Mugwort. This looks like a big jar, but it's like a fraction of what is currently in the house drying. Mugwort is a really powerful herb for enhancing intuition and dream work. Mugwort has been used for centuries in magic and in shamanic practices to really help deepen our spiritual awareness and also open our pathways for journeying and connecting with spirit. It's really especially useful in dream work. It can help us to tap into messages that come in through our dreams from the subconscious and from the spirit realms. And mugwort can be worked with in lots of different ways, but you can burn this as incense before you go to bed. You could add it to a dream pillow, or you could use this in teas for rituals of intuition and self-discovery. And if you'd like to learn more about the magical and the medicinal properties of mugwort, I have a full video on it, which I will link below. Next up, we have got sage, a classic. It's also an essential herb for cleansing, right? So autumn invites us to release not only the physical clutter, but also the energetic heaviness as well. And while many people like to use California white sage, I actually prefer to work with garden sage because it's something that is native to me here in the UK. But as always, I encourage you to use what resonates with you. You do you, always. So during this time of the year, I am also cutting back herbs from my garden, and I love to create my own smudging sticks. And I often combine garden sage with rosemary for added protection. Burning these bundles can clear the energy of your space. It can also clear your own energy and make room for new insights and spiritual clarity. But remember, cleansing isn't just about removing energy. It's also about creating space for renewal, space for healing. Another herb, spice really, that I love to work with that aligns with the energies of autumn is cinnamon. It just smells of autumn to me. Cinnamon brings warmth, it brings protection, and it has long been used for abundance and protection spells. And its fiery nature can also help to connect us with our own power as we move through the shifts of the season. In shamanic witchcraft work, I often use cinnamon in ritual baths or as offerings during fire ceremonies. It really carries the energy of fire, which can help to protect and strengthen the spirit as we journey into these more introspective months of the year. So use it in spells, anything that calls for protection or passion, and it's going to help you to keep your inner flame alive as the external world starts to dim. Next up, tools. This is probably a bit predictable and stereotypical, but Candles are one of the most powerful items that you can have during the autumn months. And the fire element is really deeply connected to this particular season. So it's always in my autumn magic toolkit. The fire represents transformation, illumination, and the life force that continues to burn within us. So I use candles in almost every autumn ritual or magical workings that I do. I like to light them as offerings or as part of, lighting up my ceremonial space. And when we work with candles as well, consider the colors, right? And the correspondences. So I've got a black candle here, which is perfect for protection and banishing, while orange and brown candles, they have different energies of harvest or of grounding and balance. And as you light your candles, please do so with intention. Call in the spirit of the fire to illuminate your path through the shadowy parts of the season. So now that we've explored the essential crystals and herbs and tools, how can you put them all together into your practice? Well, as we've already talked about, autumn is a time of deep magic. It is a time of shedding what no longer serves us. It's also a time to protect our energy as well as we turn inward and we prepare for this kind of transformative season ahead. So I want to share with you a very simple yet a very powerful ritual that you can do to really align with the energies of autumn. So this ritual focuses on release, protection, and transformation, and it uses all of the tools that we have discussed. For me personally, I like to do this around the new moon, but you do what feels right to you. I don't know, the full moon for me is all about shedding old energy. So first of all, you are going to find a quiet, sacred space where you can perform your ritual undisturbed. You'll need smoky quartz for release, carnelian for igniting the fire within, and citrine to anchor abundance. You're also going to want a smudge stick, whether you've got your own homemade smudging stick or you're using something like California white sage, and also a black candle for protection and banishing. So you're going to begin by lighting your smudging stick. Make sure, please, that you open the windows and the doors before you start. And then you want to do that because you want to allow any old or stagnant energy to flow out of your space and fresh energy to enter your home. I always like to start at the bottom of the home and work upwards. And I like to smudge each room from bottom to top and also from back to front. Some people prefer a clockwise motion, but again, you do what works for you. But just make sure that you guide your smudging smoke into the corners, windowsills, under furniture, places where there's going to be stagnant energy or where that would tend to gather. Also really important, as we approach Samhain, right? The veil between the worlds is thinning. You're probably feeling it already, right? So it's really important that we add extra layers of protection during this time. So as you smudge, you can use the smoke to draw protective symbols or sigils on your walls and doors and windows, especially around entrances of your home. You can also lock your mirrors by tracing protective sigils into the smoke over them, and this is going to help to prevent any unwanted energies or spirits from entering through these reflective surfaces. And again, these actions are going to reinforce your boundaries and really ensure that only energies that are welcomed are allowed to enter into your space. If you would like to learn more about energetically cleansing your home, I've created a full video, 5 ways to energetically cleanse your space. And again, I will link it below. So once you have cleansed your space, you're going to take your smoky quartz, you're going to hold it in your hands, you're going to close your eyes, and you're going to visualize everything that you are ready to let go of. Old patterns, bad habits, limiting beliefs, anything that is weighing you down. You're going to speak these out loud if that feels right to you. And as you hold your crystal, you're going to ask it to help you to release these burdens and return them into Mother Earth to be transmuted. And when you're ready, you can then place your smoky quartz on your altar or in front of your candle, symbolizing the release of the old. Now you're going to light your candle, and as the flame flickers, you're going to visualize it surrounding you with protective energy. Black candles carry the power of protection, of banishing, and of negativity, and also of shielding as well. So take a few moments to sit with the flame, to really feel the warmth and the strength of it. And if you feel called, you can ask your guides, your spirit allies, your ancestors to join you in this protective space. And just know that you are safe and you are held as you journey deeper into yourself. Once your protective energy has been established, you can then take your Carnelian. So as we know, autumn is a time for reflection, but it's also a time to reignite your inner flame and our passions, our creativity, our purpose. And as the world slows down, it's the perfect moment to really dedicate some time to those projects, your creative projects that you've been dreaming about. So hold your Carnelian, feel its warmth, the energy of the fire sparking within you, and reflect on your creative desires. You know, we live in such a busy world where we maybe put those to one side. What projects are calling your attention? What passions have been simmering beneath the surface? What have you put to one side and you're missing in your life? And as you hold the stone, set the intention to nurture that fire through this season. And then finally, you're going to take your citrine, the stone of abundance and manifestation. And while autumn is about letting go, it's also about harvesting the fruits of our labor. So as you hold your citrine, reflect on all that you've already accomplished this year. What have you already manifested into your life? What are you harvesting now? And express gratitude for your abundance, whether it's external success, whether it's personal growth, whether it's spiritual insight. Citrine reminds us that even in the slowing down of the seasons, there is so much to be grateful for. Place the citrine on your altar to continue drawing in that abundance. And then to close the ritual, don't usually blow candles out in candle magic, but I love to just blow the candle with gratitude, knowing that you are protected, that your energy is clear, and that your inner flame has been rekindled for the dark months ahead. And if you feel called, journal about your experience. Note down what you released, what creative energy is stirring within you. So this is a beautiful ritual. You can repeat it throughout the autumn or whenever you feel called. But remember, magic is about intention, and the powerful rituals that we do are really important to be done with a real strong intention. So there we go, folks. By combining herbs and tools, you can create really powerful rituals that align with the energies of autumn. And as we journey through these sacred cycles of autumn and beyond, I invite you to explore different herbs and crystals. Also, as well, if you'd like to continue deepening your connection to the earth and the rhythms of nature, you can do so by joining me in our monthly membership, which is called the Wild Earth Alchemists. So this is a space for wild souls just like you who are ready to really reconnect with the seasons, to live in harmony with nature's wisdom. And every single month we gather for rituals, for seasonal spells, for powerful practices that align with the shifting energies around us. We dive into seasonal foraging and magic of wild medicine. We explore how Earth provides us for everything that we need for healing and protection and empowerment. And we're also joined by guest experts, leading voices in magic and herbalism and spiritual practices, who also share their unique insights to help you to expand your knowledge and enhance your personal rituals. So whether you're a seasoned witch or you're just beginning to explore your path, Wild Earth Alchemists is a sanctuary for growth, for connection, and for transformation. So if you are feeling lit up by that, then come and join us, right? If you're ready to walk this path and do it with a community of like-minded souls, I would absolutely love for you to join us. And let's embrace the magic of the season together and co-create a life that's really aligned with the flows of nature. You can find all the details for the membership below, and don't forget, if you got value from this video, please like and follow, and I will see you in the next video, wild ones. Stay cool, won't you?